So what'd you think of the film?
Pretty good. A lot of more jokes in this one, I thought. I mean, there's a heck of a lot more of him being funny.
They usually try to include some jokes.
Of course, I think that's just him. I think that's just Robert Downey Jr. to a certain extent. Honestly, this one doesn't have as much setup as Iron Man 2, because Iron Man 2 was a setup for the Avengers. That's pretty much the entire basis of it.
Was.
But the way this one plays out, I mean, it's pretty much set up to where he doesn't have to be Iron Man anymore, which makes you wonder where they bring.
Well, it said he'll be. I mean, that's what I was wondering. What's he going to do if he has to avenge something? He's an Avenger. How can he avenge if he's not Iron Man? Well, what is he going to do? What's he going to be?
The suit, I guess, which is a. I mean, that's a.
He destroyed the suits or something.
Always build a new one, I guess. I don't know. I mean, we already know there's going to be a Thor. Thor's coming out. They might do another Hulk, but lately the Hulks have been rather. I mean, we've had 3 actors in 3 movies, which is not a good
sign. No,
not a good sign. I've heard that they're going to do another Captain America,
I have heard that,
which would be good. And I've also heard, which I'm not too sure about, that they may bring in for those who are reading, Hank Pym from the comic book series, who is also known as Ant-Man or Giant Man, depending upon he can shrink or grow, which may also be which I don't know who they're going to bring in. I mean, there's a large cast of the Avengers. It's not just the ones you see there.
Maybe they'll bring in the Great Lakes Avengers.
No, that honestly, I never.
How awful would that be?
It's a weird setup for them, but actually, the weird thing is Hawkeye and War Machine, which is who you see Iron Patriot in the movie.
Yeah.
Are part of the West Coast Avengers.
Wait, so like, is there like a whole War Machine franchise or thing? Like he's got his own thing.
Yeah, well, he's part of the thing. He's part of the.
I thought he was just like something they threw in there. I didn't know if it was an actual thing.
Here's the thing. Of course, other people have been part of the Avengers. Spider-Man has been part of the Avengers. Wolverine has been part of the Avengers. I mean, they've thrown in different. Even members of the Fantastic Four have been part of the Avengers at certain points. It's one of those things. Yeah, they've exchanged.
Don't tell me they put X-Men in there.
They've thrown X-Men in there as well. They've thrown in different people. I mean, I said Wolverine, who was a member of the X-Men.
Yeah,
he's been a part of the Avengers.
How come all the other movies about X-Men are about Wolverine? Like, we got the X-Men First Class. It was about
X-Men First Class was the setup for X-Men.
But like, how come everything else, like X-Men Origins, Wolverine, everything's about. What about Cyclops or Beast? How come they don't get movies?
Wolverine has always been like the main, I guess, because to a certain extent he's it's what guys want to be to a certain extent, the tough motorcycle, plays by his own set of rules, but they're a code. There's a certain code to it, which I think is what has made him so popular. Which I think is the main reason. Now, I mean, but compared to the others do a pretty good job, but again, there's a certain thing to it. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Honestly, if you really want my opinion on the subject, if they're gonna do another Avengers movie, I would love to see the Black Panther, who is a
Black Panther.
Weird though, which is weird because the only 2 black superheroes I know is a guy who was in prison and a guy called the Black Panther, which is kind of odd. Which I don't know. It's a weird. It's like it was the 1970s, 1960s when these comics came out. So who knows? There might be something behind that. Nah, but I'd like to see them do the Black Panther. I feel that would be a really good one. Overall, the action was good. The story was okay. The story was weird. It had a weird twist. I didn't see that coming. I don't know why I didn't see that coming. I wish they had brought in, if they were going to do the Mandarin to its fullness, to it actually being the actual Mandarin, the guy, I wish, because he has a giant machine called Ultimo, which is built to fight Iron Man. So it's huge. It's made out of vibranium, which is the same thing Captain America's shield is made out of. So it reflects energy, which would have been awesome, I think, if they had been able to do that. What I am happy they didn't do is that with AIM, I'm glad they brought AIM in, but they did not include in the comic books and even in the games. AIM, where the people who are part of AIM, like the regular foot soldiers, they wear like these old-fashioned hazmat suits, bright yellow hazmat suits, and they're kind of goofy looking. And I'm glad they didn't do that, but again, it would have been kind of cool at the same time. I don't know. It's an odd setup, I guess. So I guess it's one thing they didn't do, but the way they did it was pretty cool. I gotta admit, it was pretty awesome.
So what's the call? Iron Man 3. Watch it, rent it, or forget it.
I would say watch it. Some people, depending upon if you think. I mean, there's no saying it came out of the Batman series. You either die a trilogy or you live long enough to see yourself become Batman and Robin.
And no one wants that.
No one wants that.
We don't want Batman and Robin.
So, I mean, it's an okay movie. It's an
as good as the other two.
Maybe, yeah. It's probably as good as the other two. Yeah, there's a heck of a lot more to this one, and
yeah, that's what I thought. A lot more.
And the scene with the extra ones was awesome. I thought when they bring in all of them, which I think was pretty dang cool. So yeah,